Happy hump day, everybody. Coming at you hot from my living room. I just wanted to go over the Lee Komoroski verdict. She sort of shocked us all and went right in and pled guilty, which, best thing that she could have done in this situation, especially since the husband already civilly won against all the bars. I was hoping that she would just go that route and try to take a plea deal or something. So she was facing up to 25 years. And as everybody saw, the judge made the decision for full 25 years. I think that everybody was kind of like shocked at that moment of, hey, because she apologized and took full ownership and she's never been in trouble before, maybe she'll get a slap on the wrist and, at max spend 15 years. And I could tell by the end of her, when she got the verdict, that she was not expecting 25 years. She literally thought she was going to get out less than that. So I don't know, sometimes these people, or they just think sorry is going to change everything. And in this case, it doesn't bring Sam back. And I feel the family, facing up to 25 years, they gave her the max. And obviously, sorry's is not going to bring her back. And hopefully, while she is incarcerated, she does a lot to better herself. And, she said she was going to preach on it and teach people and be a leader to, tell her story and not let this happen to other people. Hopefully she does that. She'll have plenty of time in there to figure that out. But since we already kind of know that portion of it, I wanted to go back and touch over key things that happened during that date, the court date. And that was December 2nd, so just 2 days ago. But I wanted to cover pieces of there that, testimony that I wanted people to hear, the impact statements, not testimony, but impact statements. Just so in case people don't want to watch the whole thing or they didn't see the whole thing, I wanted to put in there what I found to be the most impacting for me. And everybody else might have a different opinion. I know a lot of people had a tough time listening with Sam's dad, and listening to his story, and the parents, like the mom, the sister, crazy. I felt bad for all of them involved. My heart went out to her husband to listen to him beg and say, why didn't I die? I should have died. I should have died and been with her. And he gets to live that the best and horrible night of his life over and over again. All he has is those wedding photos, and didn't even make it to the hotel room. It's just so crazy when you think about how short life is, right? In a blink of an eye. But justice was served, and I wanted to go over the key facts that they provided in the court so everybody can hear that, along with some testimony, and then, of course, her apology. So hold tight while I pull that up. All right, so let's go.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Yes, sir. This occurred April 28th, 2023, at the 1200 block, East Ashley Avenue, Holly Beach, Charleston County. On that date, shortly before 10 o'clock p.m., victims had left the wedding reception of Eric and Samantha Hutchinson, which was held on the western tip of the island. The newlyweds were being driven away in a low-speed vehicle, or LSV, which is a street legal version of a golf cart. The LSV was fully illuminated with head and tail lights as it traveled eastbound from the reception site. Benjamin Garrett was driving. His son Brogan was riding next to him in the passenger.
I know they try to be legit about it, but I am not like Tom Sawyer or Magellan. I'm not gonna eastbound and westbound and all that. Just tell me that they were headed 25 feet away from the hotel, something like that. That's what I'm looking for, because I'm over here in my brain trying to figure out which location they were going. I'm terrible like that. Just tell me there's a Wendy's at the corner, turn left over here, and I'll figure it out. I'm so bad.
On the rear of the LSV was a newlywed couple, Samantha Miller Hutchinson and Eric Hutchinson. The path of travel was on West Ashley Avenue, across Center Street, and they continue on East Ashley Avenue towards the rental house. At approximately the same time as the victims were leaving the reception, the defendant was wrapping up an outing with new coworkers at a bar on Center Street, College Beach. After leaving that bar, Ms. Komoroski stopped by another neighboring bar, alone, for a single shot of tequila before getting into a rented 2023 Toyota Camry to drive home to her residence on James Island. The investigation revealed that an hour and a half prior to the collision, the defendant had consumed 6 alcoholic drinks.
6 alcoholic drinks. Said she was day drinking pretty much all day. She had 6, so she just went to one random bar just to take a shot of tequila? Weren't you already at one bar? Like, you know.
However, instead of leaving the island via Center Street toward Folly Road and James Island, the defendant headed eastbound on East Ashley as well.
Here we go with Lois and Clark again. Eastbound, westbound.
Following the victim's LSD, albeit the LSD would have been significantly further up the road. While on East Ashley, the defendant traveled well over the island-wide speed limit of 25 miles an hour as she closed on the LSD. Data from the EDR, the electronic data recorder, or event data recorder from the vehicle, the Toyota, shows the defendant was traveling 61.5 miles an hour, 4.65 seconds prior to crashing into the LSD. 4 seconds later, at 0.65 seconds prior to impact, the EDR shows the defendant had increased to 65.9 miles an hour. The same data reflects the brakes were applied half a second later, 0.15 seconds before impact. During the time of travel eastbound on East Ashley, the onboard system in the defense vehicle captured black and white snapshots of the vehicle as it weaved across the road, off to the right, then over the center line, left, and then back into the right lane as it closed in on the LSV. At approximately 10:15 p.m., the 1200 block of East Ashley Avenue, Ms. Komoroski crashed into the LSV. Crash 10 p.m. 10:15 p.m. 10:15. Crash reconstruction calculations estimate the defendant was traveling approximately 63 miles an hour at impact, and the LSV was traveling approximately 25 miles an hour. Samantha Miller Hutchinson was ejected from the rear-facing seat onto the hood of the Toyota. Eric Hutchinson was ejected over the vehicle, landing near the point of impact. Benjamin Garrett was ejected from the vehicle onto the roadway. Brogan Garrett was ejected from the right side of the LSV into nearby ground cover. Brogan suffered injuries to his knees. Benjamin suffered a severe head injury to his wrist, which was treated in the burn unit at MUSC, and injuries to his right hip and lower back. Ben will require further surgeries to address his other injuries, including a right hip replacement, a fusion of the right SI joint, possible fusion of his neck and back vertebrae, and surgery to address arthritis in his affected joints. Eric suffered 2 broken legs, one requiring surgical intervention to repair, a fractured facial bones, fractured vertebrae, also necessitating surgery, brain bleeds, numerous lacerations over his body. Additionally, his left eye was damaged, and the prognosis regarding his vision will develop over time. He necessitated surgery to fix the lid to that left eye, enabling it to close, and currently suffers double vision. Future surgery will be assessed. Samantha Miller Hutchinson died from blunt force trauma to her head and neck. Citizens that were staying or living in the area of the crash immediately responded to the site and called 911. Among those who responded were 2 nurses that happened to be staying nearby. They, along with others, began triaging the victims. Neither detected any pulse from Samantha. As a call for assistance was dispatched, officers from Valley Beach rushed to the scene. Sergeant Halpern, who was also trained EMT, was the first responder. On his travel to the site, and knowing the severity of the crash and the injuries, Halpern's speed from his cruiser's GPS topped out at 58 miles an hour. It was essentially consistent around 44 miles an hour with lights and sirens operating. Sergeant Halpern and Officer Honeycutt, also from Valley Beach Police Department, attempted to resuscitate Samantha using CPR and an AED. Ultimately, they were not successful. Samantha was declared deceased at the scene. Valley Beach Police Department put out a call for assistance to the scene and to handle other calls while working this crash. Sergeant Charles Seven and Deputy Aaron Scruggs of Charleston County Sheriff's Office responded to assist with crash reconstruction. The CPD officers, including Zachary Azari, assisted with the DUI investigation. CCEMS, Charleston County EMS, that has transported Eric, Ben, and Brogan to MSC for treatment in the trauma unit. Coroner was called to respond for Samantha. At the scene, the defendant admitted to driving the Toyota and to drinking 2 drinks prior to the crash. She declined to perform.
2 drinks, ma'am? Why do people always say that? You know, they get pulled over and they're like, I've had 2. It's like always the go-to. Like, that is never, like, no one ever has 1. So that, you know, especially if you had multiple, you never say 1. But 2? Do you see what happened here? She was already slurring, couldn't really, you know, visibly on camera, she looked pretty sloshed, and she wants to say, I've had 2, and then deny the breathalyzer, you know?
State review, sobriety tests. She was then taken into custody for suspicion of DUI and transported to Valley Beach's Department of Public Safety to provide a breath sample, which she also declined. At approximately 1 a.m., August 29th, or April 29th, Sergeant Halpern drove the defendant to MUSC for medical clearance. A search warrant was issued for a blood sample from the defendant. MUSC collected the sample according to SLED protocols. The sample was later tested by a SLED toxicologist who reported a BAC of 0.261. A retrograde extrapolation based on the time of the defendant's last drink, her age, weight, and height, estimated her BAC to be 0.255, 0.318 at the time of the crash, between 3 and 4 times the legal limit. Ms. Komoroski was indicted by the Charleston County Grand Jury September of 23, reckless homicide, 2 counts of felony DUI with GBI, 1 count of felony DUI with death. Again, this plea is without negotiation or recommendations.
Where's that?
So as you guys could hear, she was definitely very hammered driving, and nobody should have let her get behind the wheel. What I was really mad about is this girl is a young girl, 26 years old. This happened last year. You're telling me that she went bar hopping and drinking shots by herself? She didn't go with a friend or any family. She just was like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to go bounce around to random bars in a rental. That part I wanted to hear more about, but they didn't say anything. And since she already said guilty, I don't think it was like, hey, what else are you going to do here? You know, maybe it would have been different if they actually took it to trial. Who knows? But I definitely wanted to know. So you heard that portion of exactly what happened that night. Now I wanted to talk about impact statements. I'm not going to do everybody's because it was a long day and it's very emotional. However, I do want to pull the ones that I found to be the most impactful. I'm not going to really cover the mom or the sister. But I did find that the nephew that was involved, I think he was 17 at the time, he was discussed how he had injuries, but his dad was severely injured and his uncle was in like ICU and didn't know if he was going to even make it out. And so he was injured and taking care of his siblings so his mom could be at the hospital, bounce around between her brother's room and her husband's room. And the kid was just emotional the whole time, and my heart just hurt for him because that is traumatic. You lived through it and you saw everything. And especially like his injuries weren't that severe, so he has a lot of memory about that. That golf cart flipped a couple times. All of them are lucky to be alive. I was going to cover the dad's side, but like I don't want to play his impact statement. It was I mean, he covered the backstory on how he had not been in his daughter's life until a little later in her life, and he was making up for lost time and everything was perfect, and she was like him, and how much he like looked at her and said, "I hate you." I learned to hate the world, and she gave that back to me to make me appreciate things. And now I'm back to even worse than I was before, and I hate you. Like, it was hard to hear, but I don't want everybody to have to sit through that. Although the worst one was her husband, and I definitely want to play that one for you guys because, oh man, this is so sad. All right, so here we go. She's starting to feel the emotions. You could see it.
Think about having grandchildren and not being able to get on the ground and play with them. I know the court will do what it needs to do.
This was the ending of the brothers'
And I thank you for your time, Your Honor.
testimony. The one that got injured, he was the driver of the golf cart.
Thank you, Your Honor. Eric Hutchinson.
Now, Eric was the husband. I'm sorry, Eric, of Samantha.
Yes, Eric, A-R-I-C,
And your last name, sir?
Hutchinson, H-U-C-C-A.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't remember. You may proceed.
Sam was my wife. I was sitting next to her on the golf cart. I've been thinking about what to say ever since that night. What do you say when your world's shattered?
Oh, my heart. Just want to hug him.
Physically, I'm in pain every day. My face hurts, my back hurts, feet hurt. It's a struggle to get through every day. I've seen more doctors than I can count. I've seen more therapists. More psychiatrists, done more procedures than I ever care to do. And I still feel I'm at the same point as when I found out that day. My world will be ever changed what happened that night. I think about that night every single day. In the last moments I had with Sam on the golf cart. She told me she didn't want the night to end. And I kissed her on the forehead. And then the next.
She didn't want the night to end. That was her last words to her husband after getting hit 63, or what do they say, 63 miles per hour. Gone so fast. And just to cover it real quickly too, this didn't end here. This actually caused the family so much turmoil that her parents, her mom specifically, because her mom and dad aren't together, but the mom went after the husband here. She was trying to go after the property, like their house, him and his wife. And she was trying to say that, hey, let's, I'm trying to, they weren't even really legally married yet. It's what she was trying to state, that it wasn't valid and that she has a right to the estate. And he was like, wait a second here. I don't want to do this with you. And I don't want to fight. You can have, when he went in after and civilly sued these bars for over pouring and letting her leave intoxicated, and he won the settlement, he offered to give the mom half. And he didn't have to by any means because she had no rights either way. But it was sad that it actually tore them apart. Like somebody who was going to be in their family the rest of their life, now she's fighting with him over who has the daughter's assets, and it's or his wife, in between. And it's sad because the mom's just grasping at what little she has left of her daughter, and he's just wanting the same exact thing. And it is so heartbreaking in this situation. My prayers go out to all of them involved. I couldn't imagine. It's just a nightmare every day in all angles. Ugh.
The thing I remember is waking up in the hospital. I see my mom's face, still wearing the wedding dress from the night before, and I knew instantly. And so I asked where's Sam. I knew she wasn't there.
Ugh.
I wish more than anything gives me instead of Sam.
Oh my God.
I wish I died that night. So she didn't have to go alone.
Ugh.
I wish I saw you coming. And I jumped off the golf cart so you would only run me over.
Oh my God. And this is what sucks is that he has to live this out and just think of every possible thing that he could have done. Could he have delayed it? Could he have talked to somebody a little longer? Could they have done what, stopped somewhere like they were going to do, but then changed their mind? There's so many things that could have changed the outcome here. And you have to live with that every single day. This man's battle is just heart wrenching. And I just can't. I can't.
Pray to God that you missed that golf cart. We did not get hit. We got ran through at 65 miles per hour. There's no way any three of us should be alive. All four of us should have died that night. But I'm a firm believer Sam saved us. That's who she is. And she would have took one for all of us.
Ugh.
Said, take me, save these guys. The guilt with that I live with every single second of every day is unbearable. You took the greatest human being I've ever met. She's not coming back. She's gone. She was my world. And I'd give anything just for 1 second to hold her in. She wanted children, and she talked me into having two. She wanted them so bad that she wanted to start having kids, or trying to have kids before the wedding. But I was nervous that she wouldn't be able to fit into her wedding dress. So we decided to wait till after the wedding to start a family. I don't have joy, I don't have passion, I don't have drive. I feel like I'm stuck in hell. I wish every day that I died.
Ugh. And he ain't lying too. He really feels that way.
The vow to protect your wife and to do anything for her, and then to lose her hours after that. Something nobody should have to go through. This tragedy has touched so many people around the world. I've received letters, messages, strangers all over the country, the world, just at home with a lot of people. And they have shown so much love and support. Your sentence does not matter to me. If I had it my way, I'd give you life. It seems only fair since you took Sam's life and the holes that you've ripped through our entire family, my family, and all our friends. But I know that decision is not up to me. regardless of what decision is made, I still will be in this hell. I still will have to go through everything. My brother-in-law will still have pain, will still have surgery. Sam's family will still miss their daughter and sister. Sam was a light to all of us. She was the wrong person to die that night. This is a quote from Sam's vows. Said, I will love you today, tomorrow, and until I take my last breath on this earth. I am forever yours. That was the hours before you killed her.
Oh my God.
Thank you for your time, Jeremy.
Oh, I got chills listening to it all over again. The last vows he reads, I love you to your last breath, to my last breath. And little did he know that it was going to be only a couple short hours after that. My heart goes out to him and to the family. This is going to be a lifelong battle. I do hope that something positive comes his way, good juju, some happiness. There's really no words to say to that. But just in case he happens to look, whoever your barber is too, fantastic blend on that fade. So just saying, at least there's it's the little things that I'm trying to grasp at right now, because I don't do well when it comes to emotions like this. So I try to use like a little bit of dark humor. So I'm sorry, guys. It's just who I am, because it's how I get through with things. But no disrespect meant at all. Also want to cover now her side of the family came forward. They all had statements, the mom, the dad, the sister, the brother, and I'm not doing all that. It's just same kind of things. If you heard the phone calls from prison calls where everybody's just kind of covering for their sister and not taking ownership again. But I do want to play what she stated.
Yes, ma'am, you may proceed. You're welcome.
My name is Lee Komoroski, and on the night of April 28, 2023, I chose to drink and drive, which resulted in the death of Samantha Miller and the serious injuries of Eric Hutchinson and injuries to family members Benjamin and Brogan. This is the worst decision I have ever made in my life, and it has affected the lives of so many. First and foremost, I want to address all the victims of the accident I caused and say how truly and deeply sorry I am. Due to my poor decisions, a beautiful life was taken. A wife, sister, daughter, and friend of many.
I mean, I'm gonna give it to her. At least it did sound heartfelt. From judging from the phone calls from prison and how she was talking on those, and a little narcissistic, and why me, sounded more like taking accountability. I know she had no choice in the matter, because how was she going to fight this? There was no defense there. There's nothing you can say. You did what you did. So at least showing the emotions. But it's like, to me, are you crying because you know that you're going to jail or prison no matter what, or are you genuinely sorry? I don't know that part. I don't know. I don't know her. Just listening, like I said, from the phone calls from prison, you can listen. There's like 14 of them. You could see the video calls and stuff. It didn't sound like she took any sort of ownership or accountability until she had no choice but to. So hopefully in her healing journeys, she'll stay doing, focused on that. But who knows?
He's no longer with us, and for that, While I know an apology will fix nothing,
True.
all I can say is how incredibly remorseful I am. I also am truly sorry and remorseful for the physical and emotional pain I caused to the other family members. I wish I could go back and undo this terrible tragedy, but I cannot. I will live the rest of my life with immense regret for what happened that night.
That we hope to be true. I don't think
I
anybody,
also
like, I don't think naturally, unless you're just a shitty human, you could live your life without thinking about this every single day. So, look, she got 25 years. She's going to get out in 25 years. And then each day, she's still going to have to think about this. She's going to have to think about it when she's like out and about. Anytime an ambulance goes by, car collision or she hears anything, it's all going to trigger those memories, and she's going to be forever known for that same thing as well. It's a lot to carry. It's a lot of heavy weight, but let's just hope she does something good with it and actually focuses on bettering herself and bettering her life. Only time can tell on that.
also want to express my deep remorse and sincere apologies to all who were involved in this tragedy, including the first responders, police, friends, and families of the victims, and anyone who was hurt in any way due to my poor decisions that night. This will be something that impacts all of you for the rest of your lives. I take full responsibility for the tragic outcome that my decisions have made. I will carry this guilt with me for the rest of my life. And as much as I wish I could go back in time and have none of this happen, I know that cannot be done. A lesson I have learned is that just because you have good intentions or would never want to hurt anyone, if you aren't being responsible for your actions, you can and you will hurt people.
Isn't it crazy though when people realize that after it's too late? Like, Jamie, I'm not trying to kick you when you're already down. However, this is what we learned since like middle school. They literally had people come in and talk to us amongst the DARE people. But they'd come in and they'd talk and they'd reenact. I did that at one point, pretend to be like a victim. And they showed how it takes away lives. We've also probably known people that have gotten into one or have tragically lost their life over one. It seems to be a lot more frequent than we want it to be. And now she wants to claim on like, I can't take it back and I can't do this. And, it's just such a tragedy. And, you can hurt people if you do like, yeah. But you didn't think about that, did you, though? Until it was too late and there was no other option. That's what we're talking about. These things, you're 26. You know damn well that's the consequences that can happen while drinking and driving. I just sometimes just listening, like she said a couple good key things, but then that part is just like, yeah. We learned that in like kindergarten, ma'am. Don't drink and drive. It's on commercials. It's on movies. It's on everything. Like that's a common theme.
I know I am going to be punished for these actions, and I agree that it is something that must be done. I would like to make it clear that whatever my
No, this part, it kind of irks me because I feel like she's running for class president or something. So it's like, yeah, she went into the emotions and she was sad and you could hear it in her voice. And then she goes to like, I vouch for this day forward, like type, like you're trying to get votes. Maybe a different, softer approach or something, I don't know. I'm not trying to be nitpicky, but I am. Because if, putting myself in the family's position and just listening, okay, you should have just kept going with what you were saying instead of this class president thing.
My punishment is, I will use the time to better myself, spread awareness about the dangers of drinking and driving, continue to help others with addictions through AA, and work every day to improve myself to give maximum service to the community and my fellows. Some ways I plan on doing this include staying extremely involved in AA.
She's going to be a prison president.
Recover from their addiction.
Jamie for prison president.
I am able to do this because I know what it is like to be an addict. I did not want to believe that I had addiction to alcohol before this tragedy, and so I told myself.
But did she though? But that's the part where like you claim addiction, but you never had a history that has been shown of addiction. So was it just you're just a party girl? Was it just a random thing? Did you do this all the time? And this time you accidentally hurt a whole family and took somebody's life? That's the part, we gotta be clear here, Jamie, because claiming you're an addict with no factual documentation of being an addict, that seems like an easy cop out instead of, hey, I just didn't think. I went out, had a good time, and did not even think twice. Just, I'm used to doing this, and this is what happens. And normally I get home fine. Something. I think I would much rather have her be 100% honest than what she's spewing right now.
Every day I was normal. The fact was, though, that I was helplessly addicted to alcohol and that I was living every day with no meaning. This led to me not caring about how my actions would affect others. I never want to live my life that way again. And I hope to help people to never have to feel that way as well. After completing my sentence, however long Your Honor decides, I plan on going back to school to get a master's degree in animal-assisted therapy. This degree will allow me to follow out my dreams of being able to help people recover from PTSD, anxiety, depression, addiction, and more.
See now, and this is another part that I don't like here. Whenever you decide to let me out, Your Honor, I'm going to go to school to live my dream. And that's where you're still addressing the family and you're still saying sorry. Living your dream is something that Sam is never going to do again. Sam doesn't get to live her dream. Her husband, her mom, her brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, nephews, nieces, nobody gets to have her in their lives again, and she'll never experience that being a mother or anything like that. So less of what you plan on doing, and just actions speak louder than words, girl. Nobody wants to hear this class president shit. Like I said, what I plan on doing from this day forth, no, you should have thought about that before. How about you just do these things and then show people? That's really nothing you could do right now. It's way too soon for you to say that you're a changed person.
The use of rescue animals. Lastly, I want to share my story with as many people possible in order to try and prevent tragedy.
In that part, I want to share my story. It is a little portion, your side of the story. However, it's not your story. You ended a story. You literally ended it before it could even thrive or begin and grow. So that's what I'm saying. When you're thinking these things out and you're giving this statement, think about the fact that you, no matter what, are still going to be able to live. The rest of them are just listening to your words, and it don't sound right. It sounds very me. And I just don't. I feel like there was better that she could have done there. Someone should have kind of helped her on a little bit.
Tragedies like this can happen to other families. I want to emphasize the importance of warnings of drinking and driving to college students as well as young adults who haven't heard the message.
Now she wants to do that. Do you remember when you were in college, ma'am? Do you remember when they used to come in there, like high school, junior high, and they used to always talk about drinking and driving? Someone always came. That's what they do. School does that all the time. So they can teach you because it happens so frequently. So now you want to do that? Yeah, don't, you know, I mean, I guess you could go there and be like, hey guys, to the college students, be like, I drank and drive and killed somebody. And then I had to spend 25 years in prison. So, I mean, after your 25 years in a life experience of being in prison and suffering a little bit with what happened, maybe then you could be resourceful to people. I think that you would be a good resource for that. But like, let's get there first. You got a lot of time to go, and this is still fresh. The only reason why you're not an addict now is because you had a monitor on and you were incarcerated prior. Let's see what you do going forward and how you do while you're locked up.
It is vital that the warnings of drinking and driving don't stop after the age of 18.
No shit.
I feel we all need to be reminded, no matter what our age is.
Yeah, like I said, girl, we are. I mean, I'm in my 40s and that's never happened to me. You know why? Because I fucking had it ingrained in my brain. Don't do it. You know who gets hurt? Never the driver. It's always the innocent people. Always, every time. Driver always walks away without a scratch. Why that happens, it's so you can live with what you've done. I don't know, but honestly, we know this. The judge knows this. The people that are sitting in the courtroom know this. But you are failing and you're trying to convince us that now you know.
So that the reality that this can happen, if not careful, stays fresh in people's minds. I have never been in trouble before, but one isolated decision of mine devastated so many lives. All of this work I plan on doing will be dedicated to Samantha and her family. Unfortunately, it took this incredible tragedy and terrible incident to wake me up to the extent of my addiction. I hope to help people wake up and rehabilitate before it's too late. Because every single decision we make has consequences. And knowing you have taken a beautiful life from this world is something I will live with every moment of every day going forward. A life that should have lived on to fulfill all of her dreams and ambitions, who would have helped so many people in her life, all because of my own inconsiderate and thoughtless actions. I want the last thing that I say to be that from the very bottom of my heart, with every fiber in my being, how sorry I am, and that I take full responsibility for my actions. Hopefully one day you will be able to forgive me, but I know forgiveness must be earned.
Yep.
Regardless of whether that day ever comes. Please know that I will always be devastated, deeply ashamed, and terribly sorry for what I have done. I pray God stands by the side of my victims and their family and loved ones for the rest of their lives. Thank you.
So there you go. That's how she's addressed the family. And honestly, like, I don't know. I'm a mom, and if you took my kid, how I would feel about the situation, I don't know. Hope to God I'm never faced with that. Because I don't know. I just all I would want from her is to spend the next 25 year life doing something productive. You have a chance. You are going to get out. So do something positive with it. Do these things ahead of time, like you said you were going to do. And then maybe you have a chance of the family just saying, okay, you're using this for good. There's only one way that you can. You're going to advocate and speak about Sam the rest of your life and suffer with it on a regular basis. Nobody wins in this situation whatsoever. But then we get to the sentencing portion. Wonder what she's saying to him right now. He's like, hey, you know, you did the best you could, kid. But we already know it's not going to be that great. So just don't get your hopes up here. We'll do our best. Getting her the old pep talk. Because he knows. They know automatically that even 25 years isn't long enough to give the family any justice. Their loved one doesn't get to come back. Now he's telling her already. You're going to go in there. You're going to sit down.
May be seated. The defendant will stand for sentence.
And here we go.
I've listened very intently to everything that has been presented to the court, and I have taken into consideration the mitigation that has been presented. And based on what has been presented to the court, I find the following appropriate in the nature of sentencing. On the offense of reckless driving, reckless homicide, which is 2023 GS 103895, you're sentenced to the State Department of Corrections for a period of 10 years and $5,000 provided upon the service of 10 years. So, yeah. On both counts of felony DUI, great bodily injury, you're sentenced to the State Department of Corrections for a period of 15 years and $5,100 provided upon the service of 15 years. And on the offense of felony DUI with death, you're sentenced to the State Department of Corrections for a period of 25 years.
And there it is. Look at the look on her face. She's looking right at her attorney like, you didn't say that. Dad, Mom, help. Help, you told me. Like right there, she's over here like, what is that? Wait, what? But I didn't get into trouble before, and I've never done anything wrong. And you said if I said that I was guilty, that I would be like, you know, probation or maybe a couple years. 25? She is not happy the minute in this. So like, this is the part when I look at her facial expressions and the next step when they like send her back. That is where I start judging her heavy, because her tone saying she was very remorseful and sad, but right there she was like, whoa, hey, this is not what we discussed. And that was where my judgment came from.
Appropriate, and I queried Mr. Finch for a particular reason. It was not random. Our state legislature.
Oh, now we sad again. Oh, no, we sad. This, I was actually shocked she wasn't screaming in court right here.
For time spent on monitored house arrest, and it was contemplated that a person get credit when they are basically in jail at home. And based on how Ms. Komoroski's home detention was structured, she was in jail, but for being at home. And I think it is appropriate that she receive credit for any time served on monitored house arrest or home detention. Those terms in my mind are interchangeable. From the period of 3/1/20.
What is Mr. Clean doing in the background? Like, why is his hand like that? It's so awkward. Like, why? Nobody stands like that, sir.
24 through the present, and we'll calculate that and place it on her sentencing sheets. Again, these sentences are concurrent. I've ordered the ATU if it is available to her, and she will get credit for any time served pursuant to 24/13/40. Thank you all for your time and your attention today. Have a good afternoon.
Now watch when he brings her out right now.
The clearance of the courtroom to security, so I would ask that everyone stay in place.
I want to know what she's saying right here. When are you going to let me out? How am I going to? What did you?
Leave that to them, so I would ask that everyone stay seated.
Right here. This is the part where I just envision her like kicking the wall and screaming, I can't do it. Why me? You know, she's having a whole heart attack. And I wanted to play this part for you guys because I don't know if anybody noticed it or they ended it beforehand, but this is when the court was pretty much emptying out and you can hear her in the background. It's a little too late to be crying now. Like he's screaming and making a ruckus. Now, this is the part where I want to give another shout out to phone calls from prison. If you haven't followed them, do follow them. That is their link. Please subscribe. They have come in clutch again and just dropped 3 hours ago the talks with family after sentencing. So after she got her sentencing, phone calls from prison already got that. It's so crazy to me. Shout outs, y'all. This like made my day. I was like, yes, because I wanted to hear how she reacted. And now we get to hear it together. Call with mommy.
Jamie, hi, baby.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi, mommy.
I'm so sorry, Jamie.
Okay. Okay.
We're gonna get through it, okay?
Yeah, I just needed to call to make sure you and Dad and Kelsey be here, okay?
Why does she sound so calm? You think they gave her some sort of medication? Do you think that inject her with something? Because I feel like she probably lost it in the back room.
We're okay, honey, okay? Your sister's a little sick enough, so she had to just run. She just threw up, like, before when we got out the gate, and now she's going to the bathroom and threw up again.
Okay.
But other than sick, we're okay. We're going to be okay, Jamie. Don't worry about us, okay?
It's okay. I'm going to be okay, too. Are you with Dad?
What, honey? No, Dad, we're at the airport.
Okay, is Dad okay?
Dad's okay, honey. He's okay.
Yeah, everybody's okay. They don't get to see you for the next 25 years. So yeah, everybody's just fine. Especially me, because I, as your mother, have already committed the same type of crime. So you would think that you would learn it after me and not do the same thing. But however, here we are, Jamie, and I'm not going to, even own my own mistakes. So why should you own yours? So we'll just be like, everybody's sorry and things will get better and kumbaya.
We're all going to be strong, okay? For you, okay?
Okay.
Yes, baby. And I have you, and I love you so much.
I love you
Can you,
Mommy.
can you call me when you want later? Like,
Yeah, I can call you later, I think. I'm going to try, okay?
okay, try to call me, later. Like, I don't even know, 7, 8 or something, if you can.
Okay, that sounds good.
No, we're
Down,
thinking.
please. I love
Everybody.
you guys.
Everybody loves you, Jamie. Everybody.
Thank
Okay?
you so much.
And just know, we're going to get through this, and we're all going to be all right, okay? I'm going to be there for you as much.
No, we're not all going to be all right. Maybe you and your family and her will be all right, but I know Sam and the rest of her family is never going to be okay again. So this is again where we need to teach ownership. Can we say it together? Because this is where the family is just like, very one-sided. I know that, in an Italian household, you're a dumbass and you're going to own that shit.
Much as we can, okay, baby?
Okay, I love you so much.
I love you, honey. Just stay strong and know we're going to see you as soon as we can, okay?
I'm going to be okay? I love you guys.
We love you so much, baby. Try to call later, okay? You can call daddy now, okay? Yeah,
I'm just trying to call Dad.
Okay, we're going to get through this, baby. I love you too, honey.
Okay, bye,
Goodbye,
Mama.
baby. I love you. Bye, honey.
Love you.
I love you so much.
The caller has hung up.
Oh, the sister call now.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, sister.
Hi, sister.
How are you?
Oh, you know,
I'm okay.
I could be like laying on the beach and getting a tan, but you know, I'm off to prison for 25 years. So what do you mean? How am I? You know? And oddly, her attorney has got like a Chris Hansen vibe. Look over there, like I just feel like he's gonna be like, "Now, if you have a seat right over here, just sit down, let's have a talk."
I just need to call again because I tried to call Dad a couple times and it was weird. It was like maybe he was trying to answer but he couldn't. Can you please call or text him and just say I will try to call him again in about an hour? And that if the phones don't work, just tell him I'm okay and I love him and I'm gonna be just fine and we're always gonna be okay.
Okay, Jamie. He probably is just being slow. I love you so much.
What do you say?
I love you so much.
I love you so much. I love you so much. And I love all of you. And it's all going to be okay. I'm okay as long as you guys are okay. Okay?
Everything's going to be okay. You're going to go one day at a time, one step forward at a time.
That's right. And I love you. And just text Dad for me, please. Okay?
All right. Love you too.
Love you, right? Bye.
Bye.
Here goes enabling Dad again.
Hi, Daddy.
Oh, Dad.
Hey, baby, you're playing a little phone tag, huh?
I'm sorry. I totally got him, but the problem was I'm so glad you answered this time. But I already talked to Mommy and Chelsea and TJ.
Yeah, I talked to them also. I talked to Securus about 40 times already.
Oh my gosh, you're so funny. I'm okay, Dad. I'm okay.
All right, I know you'll be okay, baby. You got this. You're gonna get through this. It's not what we expected, but we're ready. We're ready for anything.
Yeah, and you're okay too, right?
What's that?
You're okay?
Yeah, I'm good. In fact, I just ate the last of the Thanksgiving turkey and stuff, and it was really good.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and we're gonna be okay, honey. I mean, you know, this wasn't, you know, our first plan or our second plan, but it's now our third plan, and we're good.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay. Just grateful.
We're gonna be okay.
To talk to you. And I'm just wanting you to know I'm out of the 1 year. I'm back in the unit that I was like when I was here. So that
I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time hearing you.
I'm back in the unit with Tanner in Tanner's unit, so I'll see her later. So I'm happy about that.
All right. Well, listen, you can connect back up with Tanner. That's one good thing. Now that we know that we can get the calls through, that's good. I have money on the account, so you can call whenever. Are they treating you properly?
Now they are, yes. Yes.
Okay, that's much better, whatever you did with the phone.
Okay, yeah, they are now. I mean, at first it was rough. They put me in like BMU, which is like, it was tough at the beginning, but then finally after demanding, but just repeatedly asking them to get help, they finally started helping me.
Okay, good. Well, listen, you know how to.
What does she mean? Like repeatedly asking help, and then they helped her, like medication? That's what I'm guessing. Because what else were they going to help you with? Like, you need to be sedated because you know that this is a terrible outcome. Because she sounds very calm for just being sentenced to 25 years, knowing that she really thought she was going to be on probation or just a smack on the hand, and she learned otherwise. So I feel like she'd have to be pretty sedated in order to be calm because she was already freaking out in the courtroom, and already heard all her other calls. And this is definitely didn't go the way she planned. So there's no damn way that there wasn't a freaking category 5 in the back room until they like gave her something.
How that works? You gotta work the system to get what you need.
Work the system, just like your mom did. That's what we do. Dad always here coming in clutch, teaching the best things about life. Take no ownership like the rest of the family.
Better now, they're helping me, and I talked to Ms. G, and I talked to the doctor, and so I'm just grateful I'm alive. I'm grateful I can talk to you, and everything is going to be okay.
Now, just in case KK Court tunes in, which she probably will pop in, girl, I know you love Dad. I know Daddy is your man. And I know that you just love this guy. So, like, I'm not saying he's a bad person, okay? I don't know what kind of person he is. However, he needs to stop coddling his child still, and he still needs to remember there's a whole bunch of victims involved, and that should be the primary force. Yes, that's your daughter. However, keep her on that too, of letting her know this is what happens. You're going to own it. We're going to just, I'll be here for you, kid, but suck it up and do something valuable with the time. That is what he should be saying, but, he is definitely going to cradle her and, try to wipe her boo-boos away.
Baby, I told your mother and your sister and your brother that you're alive. We can talk to you. We can come visit you when all this settles down a little bit, and we will be able to be in each other's lives, forever. And I also told them to.
Weren't you doing that before? I think that's what part of being a family is, right? We'll be in each other's lives forever. Yeah. Except for Samantha, right? That she won't get to be in anybody's life forever. Her forever was taken away. This is what I'm talking about.
I told them that, they need to, we all need to, us four need to live our lives the way that you want us to. We can't be moping around. We can't be down and out. You would not want that. And that's what I told your mom and your sister and your brother.
Exactly. I want to hear about all the fun things you do in Greenville, and I want to hear about all the fun things you do, and that's what makes me happiest. Is knowing you guys are okay. I can be anywhere, and I'll be okay as long as I know you guys are okay.
That's what I told them.
And that's what I think about too, is now playing devil's advocate and flipping it around, right? Being a parent, and I'm just trying to think about me being the dad, right? And then my daughter is incarcerated, and I'm just listening, and it has affected all of our lives. So her poor decisions not only took somebody's life and changed their whole life, but it also changed her family's life, right? Because now they've got to go take time and do all the stuff to go to the prison, to go visit her, to add money so she could have conversations and basically be the sole support, get her anything that she needs while she's in there for the next 25 years. And they just get to foot the bill, and there's no good outcome. Everybody loses.
Them that they need to be happy for you, and that's what you want.
Okay. Thank you, Dad.
Okay.
All
right, and
I'll try to give you a call tonight, maybe.
All right, do you have to get off?
No, I don't. I could talk longer.
Okay. All right. Well,
listen. But no, I want to talk to you if you want to keep talking.
Yeah. So, how's Joseph? That thing attacked me 3 times today. First thing I went to do this morning, I tried to be nice, bent down to pet him, and he bit me.
No.
So, but that's all right. I'm gonna win him over. He ain't gonna win this battle. You know that.
That's right. Okay.
Yes. And I leave my door open now, so he can go in there whenever he wants.
Good. I know.
And we're gonna be buddies.
Good. I love you.
I'm gonna make him be my friend. I love you, baby.
I love you so much. I'm just like, God, you don't always get exactly what you pray for, because God has a plan. We can't do it right now. But I'm going to help so many people. I'm going to try to help as many people as I possibly can. And
now that part I feel good about. I do feel that she's preaching to her dad that she wants to do something good with that. So let's just hope she does do something. I really genuinely hope that that's true. Because I don't think she'd be selling her dad on that. I feel like she definitely has a plan of, hey, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to do something positive. Well, we'll see. Time will tell.
I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to have stuff to do. I'm going to be friends. I'm going to be fun. And I can crochet you guys stuff all the time. And I can see you guys in person. And this too will end for me. This too shall pass.
And you're alive.
You know,
You're alive.
and I'm alive.
Yeah, you are alive, but not the person. I'm just going to keep beating a dead horse here because honestly, beating a dead horse, no pun intended, but really, honestly, I love how they focus on what her positives are, but you're alive. Poor Sam.
Yeah,
You're alive, and we can talk, and we can visit and everything. I already told your mom and your sister and brother that once everything gets settled and I figure out how I can come visit you, that I'm going to bring your mom down right away, and then I'll bring her there to see you. And and then I told your sister and your brother that I'll bringing them down to see you once we figure out how to meet up. So I'm getting
you guys so much.
I've only been here a couple hours, so I didn't really do too much yet. But I'm gonna set it up so that I can have them come and stay, and we can come visit you.
Okay, Daddy. Well, I just want you to rest and relax and have peace in your heart because God is with all of us. I have peace in my heart, and you have peace in your heart, and everything's gonna be okay.
Right. Grandma and Grandpa send their love.
You see how he was just like, yeah, okay. All right, kid. Whatever's going to help you get through 25 years. But honestly, you know how I feel already. You could tell very much. He's trying to side sweep those like, yeah, I'll just stay quiet here. But hey, by the way, Grandma and Grandpa, they love you.
Merrick, Cindy, everybody is concerned for you, and I told them that you're going to be okay and that you got this.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll just keep telling him that, and that I'm going to be just fine, and God has a plan, and I trust him.
God's plan.
And I trust you.
Yeah. That's right. And you and I will get through this, and we just went to Plan C. That's all. We had Plan A, B, and now we're on Plan C.
So that means you failed, and that's why you're on Plan C, because A and B were a total crash and burn, and they didn't work out in your favor. That's what I'm gathering. I will say that at least it took away one of the punishments, because she's 26 years old. So by the time she gets out, she will not be able to have biological children of her own. So at least, I feel at least as if Sam didn't get to have children, she shouldn't get to either. That should be something that's like, nah, you don't get that option. You're lucky you get to come out of here eventually. So there's a plus there. You can go to the Appalachians like you want, and you get to live out your best life after you've done your time.
And it's going to work out. What's that?
We will just wait. Who knows what the future holds? We will see.
Right. So where do they have you now?
Yeah, we know what the future holds for you.
Where
25 years.
I was, for the longest time, I was a Tanner.
That's where you're going, right? In the same place Tanner's at?
That's where I am right now. At first, they put me in another, in the jail. And
So you saw Tanner already?
No, I haven't seen her yet.
Tanner? Is that somebody that she was incarcerated with?
Okay. When are you
going to see her? Now. She's at class right now. I'll probably see her soon.
Okay.
Oh, that's why. Because she already got like a friend up in there. So she's feeling a little good because she's not going to be alone. She has somebody she already knows. And now we'll get to find out if she's going to make some makeup and goulash.
My tablet.
I love you. Charge your stuff. I love you, and I'll talk to you.
I love you.
I'll talk to you whenever you want. Okay.
Okay. I love you so much.
Love you. Charge your stuff up, will you?
Okay, I will.
All right. Love you.
Love you, Daddy.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Mom again. God,
Hi. Hi, sweetheart. I'm so happy to get to hear from you again. Oh my God, I didn't Mommy. Thank you, baby. I didn't expect it.
If anybody can relate, Mommy can.
So I'm so surprised.
Oh, well, I'm glad I got to surprise you.
In the background, we'll do some
Thank you
ASMR.
so much. And whoever let you pay or paying for this, thank them so much.
This is for Dad. Dad's me. I think whatever. It doesn't matter. But
Okay.
Mommy, I just love you so much. I just want you to know that I had a lot of time to think about it, right? And like you said before, I'm okay. Like, because I know that I'm going to help so many people, and there's no better feeling in the world. And it's just that there's not some things that I might not be able to do, like with you, that I might have.
How about you help yourself first and learn to heal yourself, and then you can't help others until you help you, and you're just still you just started your journey. Okay, you're like Frodo Baggins, and you just barely have the ring, and you have to go out in the adventure, right? You're just getting there. You're just starting. So good luck, Frodo, but you got a long way to go, though. Okay, just letting you know. And the mom really irks me because she's been here. She did this and killed someone herself and didn't do any time for it. And then she wants to sit here, Mom, I'm going to save the world. Like, hey, you should save yourself, then save your mom. Then maybe the rest. I start with the family. You first, though, baby girl.
You might have plans, but it's okay, Mommy, because I have the best mommy in the whole world, and
I mean,
I still
I
have
beg to
you.
differ.
You know,
And I still have you. Yep.
I do believe, though, you got a really good dad. He just is an enabler. So it doesn't mean he's a bad dude, but I feel a little bit where I'm just like, man, he literally would do anything for his child. You know, I would do anything for mine too, but I would be like a little bit like, hey, I'm not going to be super nice about this because you killed somebody. After knowing at 26 years old that this is not something we do. This is the number one thing you don't do as an adult. Then I feel like I would make them have, accountability, ownership, and keep on ingraining that in their brain that no matter what you do, it needs to start here with you realizing what you've done and owning it and continuously. Yes, help people. But, you're preaching to the wrong person right here.
It is okay, baby. I love you so much, Jamie. And you're right. And Kim and your friends have all been texting me, and they're so kind.
Oh, I'm so happy. And I'm so much dinner, and I've been helping me, and I'm just remembering that God loves all of us. So
That's right. Where will you be then tonight? Like with Tanner?
they put me away from all the girls, and that was not good for me. And then finally, they put me back with all Tanner and stuff. I'm not in Tanner's room. I'm in a room by myself. But
Okay.
Tanner's helped me because she's a unit worker, so she has to come get my tray and stuff. And I've been talking to girls through the door. And Mom, even this one girl, God showed up when you need him the most. I was feeling down. This one girl ran up to my door. She's this little girl. We call her Tokyo. And she's still here from when I was here. She goes, Jamie, oh my gosh, how are you? It's going to be okay. And she was like, I was just thinking, I remember when I first got here and we were out on the rec yard and you told me to give it all to God. Just give it all to God. And I still think about that. I still think about that all the time.
Oh, good, honey. You're so strong, Jamie. I'm so proud.
Very perfect, all this. And that's the most important thing. And
yeah, we have each other.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you. I'm going to see you. And Kimberly reminded me, although your body is in prison, your mind is free.
Yes, that is so true, Mom. And
yeah, because Mommy never got to do the times for her crime. So, she doesn't know. She's just trying to make you feel good. And, I always find it so crazy to people that once they get incarcerated or they're doing some time, it's amazing how majority of them find God. Like they didn't find God before. They never thought about it twice. But now that they're in there, I mean, good for them, because honestly, everybody should do that. And I feel like you got to grasp onto something to get you through the day and to get through your like, hopes and dreams. And if that's what's going to work for you, girl, I'm glad. Yeah, I don't think your family's they're just going to sit there and be like, yeah, whatever you say, baby girl. But like, you know damn well, mom and dad ain't feeling all that. Oh, that's nice, honey. Sugar drop baby girl. We love you.
I'm forgiving. I'm sorry, I forgive myself. I forgive anyone who
You, man.
hates me or
Come on.
doesn't like me. I forgive them and I understand. I just
We don't care if people don't like me. You're in prison, ma'am. This isn't anything supposed to be fun, okay? You're not supposed to go up there and find like a whole friendship circle. You're just supposed to help heal yourself and do your time and go. Okay, so don't go in there thinking everybody your friend, because it's not how it works. Okay, people will turn on you very quickly. I mean, we watch it in every single dang show, but I mean, in real life, people do that in the norm. And now you want to do it between criminals, I'm not saying there's shitty people in there, because I know a lot of good people that have been incarcerated. However, I don't find that many of them are going to want to be friends with a girl that like her, unless there's some sort of value in it for them, because no one wants to hear somebody complain about themselves and why this happened to them and how they're going to do better and be narcissistic about it. They're going to want, someone's going to keep it 100% real all the time. And I mean, even then, stay to yourself, girl.
Just be loved and stable, and that's all I care about.
Oh, I love you, baby. You're so good. You're so good and strong. It will be okay. Mommy's gonna be okay, all right? Don't you worry. I'm feeling a little better. I was just waiting calmly to see if you got to call me. And I was watching a movie with Maya. We're watching a movie together.
Oh, yay.
And she was real happy, and I was really happy to see her. Making me feel better. Yeah, she's making me feel better already. And getting a call, making me feel better, and I'm going to sleep better.
You sleep just fine, and just know that God has us all planned out. We cannot change certain things, but what we can do is just learn to live and be happy with it. Like, we can't change the storm. We can only address ourselves.
Right, and we'll
learn to be happy with it. You should just say, take each day as it comes, one step at a time. That should be your motto.
And I get to see you, and I get to hug you.
Yes.
And I love you, and I have you.
But you know who doesn't get to have a hug?
I have faith.
Just saying.
I have faith.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you so much.
Now we're gonna say I love you for 45 minutes now.
I will, baby. Okay, I love you so much, Jamie. You sleep well, and think of Mommy just hold me, okay?
Do you think I should call Dad, or is he sleeping?
But, I don't know.
I don't know.
I would call him tomorrow. Yeah, maybe wait till tomorrow. Oh, honey, I'm so glad to hear your voice. I love you, baby.
I love you
so much.
Can you text Daddy and say Jamie called me and she didn't know. She said she loved you and good night, but didn't want to call you if you were sleeping.
Oh, of course I will, baby. I'll do it as soon as we hang up.
Okay, I love you, Mom. Sweet dreams.
I love you too.
God is
She ain't calling your dad. She's gonna message him tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, baby. I love you so much. Thank you.
Love you.
You okay? You rest in peace.
Love
Good
you.
night.
Okay.
Good night, baby.
Okay, bye.
Good night, Mama.
Good night, sweetheart. I love you.
I love you.
Ma. Okay, bye. Hang up now.
Good night, sweetheart. I talk to you tomorrow.
Okay.
The caller has hung up.
Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one.
Back at the kiosk with some Jamie. All right, now we'll stop while we're ahead here. Shout outs to phone calls from prison, making it happen, Catman. That made my whole day today. So you guys are freaking fantastic. You're listening to the peoples and you're showing up for us. We appreciate that. Definitely give them a like and a follow, guys. But thanks for coming with me on this journey, just because I wanted to close it out. Unless we get some more calls, I would love to hear some more calls. So you let us know, phone calls, if you're getting some more entertaining. And I want to see what this girl does and what she's how she progresses. But either way, I want to know what you guys think as well. This one didn't go to trial, so it's pretty much the end of the road here. But I do want to talk about we have Karen Reed coming up in January. So I already got every rundown on that because I covered that in the very beginning. So I definitely want to stay on top of that one. And that kind of goes and coincides with the Sandra Birchmore and the Brian Walsh, because all same DA and state troopers, all that jazz. So those guys. I'm also wanting to see if people are interested in doing a live. I'm thinking like a panel. I want to hear people's opinions because I know a lot of people do know about this one, and that's the JonBenet Ramsey case. But I feel like there's a lot of back and forth on here, and it's an easy conversation that we all can have, and just kind of hear collectively what people's opinions are based on what we've already known for the facts. A lot of crazy in that case, and it ruffles feathers, but it's very controversial. So I am definitely wanting to know if you guys are interested. Please let me know if you are. I'm thinking I'll do a poll. Look at me, I sound like freaking Ryan, like Gypsy's Ryan, or the Gyp over here. You guys want to do a poll? I'm going to give you blue and red, and you're going to pick blue or red. Blue means we're going to do Pixie. Stop it. Damn it. Where's my vibe? And I'll end it with some oral male ASMR. I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. But honestly, true crime ASMR, it's not been a thing. But it sounds kind of crazy. I could put the gain up on those things. We could wick it. But thank you guys for tuning in. I do appreciate you all. Let me know and tag me and stuff as you see coming up that you would be interested in knowing more about as well. But until then, signing off. Have a good night, y'all.
Hey, we gon' rock it till the wheels fall off. Hold up. Pam 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 pam, sumabay lang sabay sarap sa